We have a big case today in the Supreme Court on presidential immunity. A president has to have immunity. If you don't have immunity, you just have a ceremonial president.
Former President Trump hits the campaign trail before heading to court. It comes on day 7 of his New York criminal trial. The Justice Department also hears arguments on whether former President Trump has immunity for actions that he allegedly took while in office. Rebecca Castor has more on the impact of the case.
As former President Donald Trump sits in a New York courtroom, attorneys are arguing for his immunity in a separate case at the Supreme Court. Donald Trump making an early morning campaign stop ahead of his hush money trial in New York on Thursday. While 200 miles away, the Supreme Court is hearing oral arguments over whether the former president has immunity from criminal prosecution for actions he took while in office.
A president has to have immunity. If you don't have immunity, you just have a ceremonial president.
This all stems from the charges against Trump for his alleged involvement in attempts to overturn the 2020 election results. Trump's attorneys argue he has immunity because he was acting in his presidential capacity to ensure election integrity. But prosecutors say the behavior continued after Trump left the White House and warn broad immunity could give too much power to presidents in and out of office.
The framers knew too well the dangers of a king who could do no wrong. They therefore devised a system to check abuses of power.
The federal election interference case against Trump is on hold until the Supreme Court issues its ruling. And regardless of its decision, this could delay the trial until after the November election.
There's a good chance that some of these justices are going to want a third option, something more nuanced where a president has some protection. If they do that, I don't think that they could try the president before the election.
The justices plan to issue an expedited ruling, which could come in days, or they could need more time. In Washington, Rebecca Castor, Fox 32 Chicago.